Glad you're streaming with us. Well, ESPN secured an exclusive interview with Russian Viktor Bout, the so-called merchant of death. You'll remember he was involved in that prisoner exchange right here. He was swapped for WNBA star Brittney Griner.
Bout was serving a 25-year sentence in the United States at the penitentiary in Marion, Illinois, maximum security there, after being convicted in 2011 on 4 felony counts. Here's his conversation with ESPN's TJ Quinn.
She was convicted for trafficking 0.7 grams of cannabis oil. You were convicted for conspiracy to kill Americans, trying to sell arms to a terrorist organization, and you saw that there was a great deal of outrage from some in this country. What do you say to them?
Well, think of this, that the same outrage was in Russia when I was sentenced to 25 years. Many people would say, for what? Just for talking? Are you serious?
Bout maintains his innocence and says he never intended to sell the weapons. But when the undercover agents told him that the weapons would be used against U.S. pilots, Bout responded, "We have the same enemy."
There is no even a proper translation to Russian of the term of conspiracy. We don't have such even a legal term.
How did you identify with her and what she might be going through at the time?
Of course, I feel, bad or sorry for any person who's going to be used as a pawn, despite whether they committed something or not.
You feel that once she was arrested, she became a pawn?
I don't think we were even able to know all the facts, but definitely that the normal person has to pay a price because politicians from the both sides trying to play chess on this big chessboard, which they call geopolitics.
Do you remember when you first saw Brittney Griner on the tarmac?
Immediately, I was a little shocked of seeing her without, her signature, braids. She was way taller than me, and, I just shook the hands and I said, I wish you good luck. And we both went to our, planes.
That is just wild. ESPN staff writer TJ Quinn joins us now for more. So TJ, first of all, let's start with how you landed this interview. Apparently Viktor Bout loves ESPN.
I don't know if I'd say loves. I'm not sure how much choice he had in what he got to watch when he was in Marion. But he did. We reached out to someone close to him, just under that old journalistic principle, you never know unless you ask. Got back to us that he, yes, was familiar with our reporting and was interested in talking. But I think, because of her connection to the WNBA, to sports, our network was, probably, I think, gave more hours to that coverage to that topic than anybody else. And that's what he saw. So he was, I guess, at least comfortable with the way we'd approach the story.
And TJ, I was struck by what he told you there, that he was in prison just for talking. Well, he was talking about selling weapons to kill American pilots, eventually, shoot down American military aircraft in Colombia. So there's some kind of talk that, in fact, can be criminal, fixing prices in a hotel room, selling weapons to terrorists. I mean, those are criminal experiences. But what did you get from his description of his experience in prison and the charges against him?
Yeah, a lot of what he focused on are things that he's talked about since the time he was arrested, all the way back in 2008 in Thailand, saying, hey, look, I was largely out of the arms trafficking business at that point. He's always said it was a small part of his air cargo transport, but there were warrants for him issued by Belgium, by the United Kingdom, the United States. The UN had him on watch lists. And at that point in his life, he had said that he really couldn't travel much and wasn't too interested in being in that line of work anymore. He's complained, how could the DEA of the United States, the Drug Enforcement Administration, come after someone accused of arms trafficking and arrest them in Thailand? And there was a great deal of outrage in Russia about that. Even some Thai officials were very uncomfortable with it. But the fact is, he was convicted by a jury of Americans in a federal court. Judge Scheinlin, Shira Scheinlin at the time was the judge overseeing his case, did say during sentencing, if they hadn't gone after him, there's no reason to believe that he would have done this. But his story has always been, hey, look, I had 2 old airplanes I was trying to unload. these guys, were interested in buying them. So when they asked about weapons, I kept saying anything just to keep them on the line the way any other businessman would.
Well, he looks quite different in the Hawaiian Tommy Bahama type shirt versus the orange jumpsuit. TJ, great interview, really riveting.
Absolutely.
Great job. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.